through about a 30-minute strength workout today. I'm not going to use any resistance in this at all today to show you that all of this can be done just with your body weight. You can, if you want to, incorporate any kind of weight. If you don't have hand weights, you can use water bottles, any canned goods that you have, bags of rice, bags of beans that you have that I know everybody's tried to stock up on if you could find any. Detergent, liquid detergent containers, you can use those as we move through. Fabric softener, liquid fabric softener containers, anything that you have, any liquid container that has some weight to it, you can use to go through this. But again, I'm going to show you all of the options without any resistance and just using body weight. So what we're going to focus on today is really contracting, squeezing through the muscles as we move through each of these activities. That way, we're really working more through the strength, we're working a lot through the range of motion, and we can still get a good workout without having to have any type of resistance at all. Now, today I'm going to film this without any music. So you find your favorite playlist, you make something up, and you use this whenever you do the workout. This can be taken outside, you can do it out in the fresh air, you can do it at home in your living room if you have to, just kind of like I'm doing today. But the objective here is that we're just going to keep moving and we can have social distancing without that emotional separation, so then we can connect through the video here. So we're just going to start with an easy warm-up, just starting to get the blood flowing. So we're going to start with a little march. So you bring this march up as high as you need. Knees come up as high as you need. We're just trying to start to work through the lower half of the body. So we're getting some movement through the hips, some movement through the knees and through the ankles as we press off with the foot. I want you to focus on keeping a nice long core. So through the belly, from your tailbone all the way through the top of your head, nice tall posture. We're going to take this out just a little wider so that we start to work a different angle through the hips. Good, nice and strong. Again, always think about keeping the belly pulled in. Now we're just going to take this to a side tap. We're going to tap to the side. You can do this with or without the arms. Adding the arms in helps to get the upper body incorporated, to get it nice and warm, and then that will make us work a little bit harder so the heart rate starts to come up a little more. So you can increase your pace here wherever it feels comfortable, or you can keep to the taps. We're just going to take it to a lunge, side to side, lunge right, lunge left. So notice knees and toes are moving in the same direction. I have my hips pressing slightly back behind me and my chest coming forward just a little bit, still keeping the belly engaged, working again that motion through the hips, through the knees, and through the ankles. Good. We're going to take it back to that wide march. So we can just add a little reach up with the arms here. Reach up, reach down, take it back into a more narrow stance. Reach up and reach down. The arms are always optional. You can do it without the arms and still get the body nice and warm. Good. We're going to take it to a tap jack. So we're just going to tap side to side. So again, we have that side step, but we add the arms, and then we turn it into a jack. Now, if you need a little more, we can add a little squat in the center. Tap side to side. Lower down. Good. 4, 3, 2. Back to the right side. We're going to push over into our lunge. We're going to alternate that lunge side to side. And then we're going to hold over on the right side. So press over and hold. You want to keep the sole of the foot on the left foot down and press to the outer edge of the foot and in through the arch. Shoulders back. Press into that right leg just a little more. Good. We're going to take it back to the left side, moving side to side. Left and right, left and right. So we want to work on some of those holding positions, but we also want to keep it moving as well. Good. This time we hold over to the left side, pressing the hips back. Hands can rest on the left thigh. Catch your breath if you need to. If you feel like you're not really getting warm, then when we go through again, you're just going to work on increasing your level. Side to side, here we go. Right and left. So we need to get the heart rate up a little more. If that's you, press down a little bit more, coming deeper into the legs. Feel like you're getting plenty here. We're still working the range of motion. You stay up here. So with any of our workouts that we do, just like the majority of our yoga workouts, no pain in the joints. Hips, knees, ankles, wrists, elbows, shoulders. We want to make sure we have no pain. Bring it back to a march. We're going to add a little lift up and pull back down. Lift up and pull down. So you can start to push the arms back behind a little bit more. Just getting into the shoulder blades. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Lift up. Bring the arms down in that cactus position you all know I love so much. Spread through the fingers. Feel that stretch through the front of your body. Reach for the ceiling. Little side bend over to the right side, reaching up with the left. So depending on how tight you are, you may feel that all down the left side and into the outer thigh on the left. Inhale, come up. Bracing the belly as you come up, and then pressing over to the left side. Keeping your shoulders stacked, hips stacked. So when I say that, I don't want you to roll forward. We're coming straight to the side, none of the forward angle. And back up, and then release. Take the feet out wide one more time, slightly wider than hip width, and we're just going to push through the hips, keeping the legs straight. This is going to get into the core, so I want you to become aware of your core. Feel that tightening through the belly, especially about the bottom of the rib cage down into the pelvis. Feel that activation. We want to keep it active as we go through so that we protect and strengthen through the back. Good. Nice big lift overhead. One big fold forward. Bend your knees. Round yourself up. Again, lift up. Fold forward. Bend your knees and round up. Couple more times. Now, if you have issues with blood pressure, with allergies, you have a head cold, you're going to stay in more of a flat back position. So you're going to do 2 more of those. I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to stop halfway down in flat back, bend the knees, and press up, rounding my shoulders back and down. One more time, lifting up, flat back, bend the knees, and press to stand. Shoulders rolling back and down. All right. We're going to work on getting the heart rate up again as we work into the legs. So anytime you work anything into the legs, the heart rate is going to come up. The leg muscles are bigger muscles in your body. They take more oxygen and more blood to keep flowing through. So the more we contract those muscles, the more the heart rate comes up. If at any time you feel like you need to back it down, either decrease the intensity or you need to hit pause for a minute, then go ahead and pause the video, take a break, and then come back in when you're ready. So I'm going to step my feet hip width apart. I'm going to take my right foot forward and I'm going to step it straight forward. Now notice I still have about hip distance between my feet. Now when I step forward, it's not a huge step, just a small step forward so that I can feel the straddle in my legs, but I still have the feet hip width apart. So we're just going to drop this down into a lunge. Back knee drops down, comes straight up, back down, and straight up. So the pelvis is tucked under. You should feel a lot of stretch into the back leg, and we're working the strength and the conditioning in the front leg. dipping down and up. So from the side, we've got 4, 3. Notice I'm trying to come straight down. Knee stays over the ankle on the front foot. One more time. Good. Down, dip up, shake the legs out. And we're going to come on the other side. Left foot steps forward, right back. So we want to make sure, check your feet if you can. If you can do this in front of a mirror, or if you can just look down towards your feet, make sure your feet are hip distance apart and that you have toes pointing forward. So I don't want to lunge and have my foot out to the side. Knees and toes should always track in the same direction. So with that shoulder roll back and down, pelvis tucked under, drop and lift, drop and lift, keeping the core tight. So wherever you feel that, you might have a smaller range down and up. You might feel like you can come all the way down and lift back up. So we're going to do 4 more. We're going for about 12. I didn't really count on the other side. So when you go through, make sure we have 12. Down and up. Good. Bring the legs forward so you shake it out. And take a break here if you need. Shoulders back and down. This time, we're going to step forward with the right, drop straight down, lift up, press back. Then the left leg comes forward, drop down, lift up, press back. So there's almost a tiny pause in between each one of those movements. So we step, we drop, we lift, we press. Step, drop, lift, press back. So you can take a very small movement as we come through. Left side, drop, lift, and press from the side. So that more shallow stance, not dropping as deep into the position, or you can take a bigger step, drop almost down to the ground, lift back up. Step, drop, lift, press back. 3 more sets, drop, lift, and back. So notice shoulders, hips, and knee come in line with that step. Core stays tight. No leaning forward in the upper body. Down, lift, press back. Last time. Forward, down, lift, press back. Lift, and back. Shaking out through the legs. Beautiful. So we're going to work and we're going to incorporate some arm movements in here. We want to keep the legs working. They're warm. We can work through stretch and an isometric contraction, which just means we're holding that contraction. So we're going to step forward with the right leg, left leg back. Again, my feet about hip width apart, toes facing forward. I'm going to drop into a small lunge, tuck the pelvis under, round the shoulders back and down. And then we're just going to work a bicep curl here. So hands face forward. And then you can keep the fingers spread. You can make a fist, whatever feels more comfortable. But make sure that all of that movement is right through the bicep. So we want to work through the full range. So we can lift and press down. Lift and press down. So you should be feeling the left leg behind you. Getting a stretch through the quad. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4 more, up and down. If you need to, you can come higher. Last 2 and 1. Release. Shake the legs out. So I'm going to walk back. Usually, it's easier for us to step forward. Sometimes when we step back, we tend to cross the legs over. So I always recommend stepping straight forward to keep the feet hip width apart. And we're going to change legs. Left leg coming forward. Tuck your pelvis, lower down. So start to feel that opening through our hip flexors. All of the sitting we do through the day, this muscle starts to shorten up. So right in the crease where the leg and the torso join, we tuck that forward. You should start to feel that opening, and you should start to feel right through your quadricep muscle. That's your front thigh muscle. We round the shoulders back and down. So you can keep the hands open. You can make a fist. And this one I'm just going to change my grip and make a fist. So as I drop down, I squeeze through the bicep, squeezing the arms up and pressing down. Now, the reason you may go with an open hand over a fist is so that we focus more into the bicep and not so much in making the fist. We've got 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Bring it forward, shake through the legs. Taking the legs out wide this time, we're going to add a small squat down. Shoulders rounding back and down. We're going to work more through the range of motion through the shoulders and specifically through the shoulder blade. So right through the back, we want to feel this movement. I'm going to lock my shoulders back and down, core stays tight, feet wider than hip width, toes forward, knees forward. And then I'm just going to add a small scoop down and pull up. Scoop and pull. So I push my hips back as I come down. My shoulders are coming forward but not past my knees. I bring the arms forward and I pull back. So you may have a more shallow position right here, and that's fine. Squeeze through the quads as you come up, bring it down and pull in. Let's do 4, 3. Bring the arms right by your side. 1 more. Shake it out. Shake through the legs. Now just working through the arms. Working really through the shoulder rotation. We're going to round the right shoulder back and down. Palm is going to face forward. I'm going to open through the fingers, lift up, press straight back, bring it back down to your side. Try not to let the shoulder hike up by the ear, lift and press down. So again, from this side, I don't want to come up. I'm pressing straight toward the ceiling with the hand and back down. So I'm working the rotation through the back of the shoulder, back down, 2 more, lift and lower, 1 more time, lift up and lower down. Shake it out. Now we're going to go into the left side. So pinky in, thumbs out. Thumb out, spread through the fingers, brace through the core. Always, 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 one of our most important things here. Lift up, press back, and come down. So with your range of motion, maybe the arm only comes to about shoulder height, maybe not even that high. That's okay. We want to make sure we're feeling some of that movement through the shoulder. So you respect your range of motion, you work within that. Make sure your heart rate comes up just a little. 1 more, lift and press down. Now just through the arms, again that shoulder rotation, lift the right arm up, back and around, left arm up, back and around, trying to keep the shoulders and the hips forward as much as you can. And you're working with your breath, lifting as you inhale, exhale as you come back and around. And again, you work within your range of motion, wherever that may be. One side may find more range than the other. So if you have a full range of motion, you go through that. If you have any impingement, any limitations, respect your body. Nothing should cause you pain. Lift and lower. Got 2 more sets coming up, back and around, up, back and around. Last set here. Lifting and coming around. So we're going to go back into the legs, then we're going to come back into the arms. Now you can take the legs every other repetition. You can continue to go through at this pace. Again, pay attention to your breath, how your heart rate is feeling. Make sure you do not hold your breath as we move through. So starting with the feet hip width apart, pelvis slightly tucked under, shoulders back and down, so we have a nice, tall, long posture. We're going to step forward, drop down, lift up, press back. Step forward, drop down, lift up, press back. So you could have resistance in the hands here. Press back, step, drop, lift, and press. You can also just use body weight. Step, drop, lift, press back. One more set. We're going to keep these sets moving, but we're going to add in the arms. Lift, press back, step forward, curl as you dip down, straighten, press back. Step, curl, dip back, step, curl, straighten, step back. There it is. Down, lift, press back. Smaller range if you need. Step, curl, lift, and press. Two more. Work within your range. Make sure you feel the quadricep and hip flexor stretch on the back leg. You can feel and see the contraction in the thigh on the front leg. Press back. We're going to take it back out to our wide angle. We're going to add arms in. Lift the arms overhead. Bring them to shoulder height. Press to the right. Lift overhead. Press the arms down and away. Shift to the left. To the right. To the left. Right. Left. So again, if you need to slow the pace down, you slow it down. Keep your chest lifted. Over, lift, center. One more set. We're going to come back over to the right side. Arms can stay extended. Again, we're working straight. The longer the lever, keeping the arms up. Shoulders are going to get tired. That means we're strengthening them. You can drop the hands down if you need and just focus on the legs. Belly is pulled in. You can keep reaching with the arms. Two more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. You've got this. Inhale. And exhale. Relax the arms. Come back to center. We're just going to shift the legs side to side. More of a flush out through the legs than anything else. Side to side. Belly engaged. And if you don't want the shift side to side, if you need a minute to catch your breath, take it. All right, we're going to add in our arms. We're going to change them up just a little bit. So we come over to the right, over to the left, over to the right, and to the left. So we still have that lean forward. Press the chest forward, but again, I'm keeping it in line with my knees. In order to make that happen, I have to press my hips back. Lift, down, up, back. Core tight. Over, side, over. You've got it. We're almost done. Over to the side, center, left, and center. One more time, right. Hold to the left. So here we can work some shoulder rotation. This is our static stretching here, our static contraction. Holding that stretch through the straightened leg, working that contraction through the bent leg. Roll the shoulders back, bring them forward. Roll back, bring them forward. Back and forward. One more set. Roll back and forward. Bring yourself up. Shake out the legs. Excellent work. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to bring it into a lunge. Now, this, you can decrease your range. You can keep a chair close by. You can have a counter close by. If you happen to be doing it outside, maybe you hold on to a tree, some kind of support. So we come forward. We're going to work our balance, which works through our core, but we're still focusing on the strengthening and the stretching. So you can hold on to something if you need. We're going to step forward with the right leg, lift up, sink down, press up, bring the arm down, press back. Left arm forward, sink down, come up, press back. Forward, sink, lift, and press. Keep breathing. That step forward, just where you need it. Step, lift, down, press back, step, lift, down, and back. One more on the right. One more on the left. Then we're going to take it back to the right side and hold. Step, hold here. So reaching the arm toward the ceiling as much as you can, pressing the left knee down and away, feeling the stretch. So we're starting to move down into a bit of a cool down, but we're going to stretch the muscles while they're warm. We're going to rotate the arm back and around, lift up, back, and around. 3 more, lift, back, and around. Again, we can decrease the angle of the bend in the front knee if needed. Up, back, and around. Lift, step forward, shake out. We're going to step back. All right, now right leg stays forward, left leg comes, right leg stays back, left leg comes forward. So right arm is going to be the mover here. Core contracted, shoulders back and down. This is the downhill part, my friends. Step forward, sink, lift, press back. Step forward, lift, sink, press back. Forward, lift, down, and back. Forward, lift, down, and back. Good, one more. Forward, lift, press down. This time, come forward. Hold here, press down into the right knee, lift up with the right arm. Relax both shoulders. So even though the arm is lifting up, I don't want the shoulder to hunch up. I'm still pushing the shoulder blade down the back as I reach the arm up. Good, we're gonna circle up, back, and around. Up, back, and around. Core tight. Lift, back, around, up, back. One more. Lift up, press back, and down, straight. Shake out through the legs. Excellent work. We're going to start to cool down, add some stretches in. So if you need to, maybe you just pause and take a few breaths. The deeper we can breathe and the slower we can go with our breath, the slower the heart rate comes. So we're going to take the feet out wide. Inhale, lift. And just a small bend over to the right. Arms come back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale down. Lift. Press. Up. And down. As slowly as you need. Up. And down. Without the legs, shoulder roll. Or without the arms. You can't do it without the legs. Lift up, press, back to center, release. Now, we're going to hold over onto the right side. Arms come up. Sweep them down, start to bend into the right leg. Hands come to the right thigh. We're feeling that stretch through the left inner thigh. And down, maybe into the calf. Right through here. Make sure there's no pain in the knee. If the knee is starting to hurt, I would drag my foot in a bit more so I feel more of the stretch, less of the stress on the joint. Come back to center, press over. Still mindful of your breath. Deep inhale, full exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Back to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you feel like you still need more of a cool down, Continue to take some breaths. If you need a little bit more into the stretching, you can work through those same things we did before. If you feel like that wasn't quite enough and you need to go through this workout again, go ahead and go through again. Or, again, get out in the nice fresh air and take a walk. Thank you, my friends. Until we meet again, because we will meet again, we'll see you next time.